Hi, welcome to Lauren Anderson Yoga and welcome to my yoga studio. So, for today's mindfulness and restorative practice, we are going to do a variation on legs up the wall. So, get yourself comfortable. If you are in a cold area, cover yourselves up, wear a sweatshirt, grab an extra blanket. We are definitely going to need a blanket for this session, maybe a blanket for the rest of your body, depending on where you set up. We're going to come to the wall. We are going to take a blanket and fold it just like so. So we're in kind of a quarter fold. We'll get our legs halfway up the wall. So I like to butt my hip up the wall and get my legs like this. We'll take that blanket and put it on the soles of our feet and then send it up the wall. The weight from the blanket is pressing back down into the feet. So we feel grounded upside down. You can have your eyes open softly, just gazing at a point in front of you, or closed. Totally up to you. Whatever feels most comfortable to you. So we've kind of had just a little bit of a rough week. We've had out of town visitors. My kids have been just kind of off their schedules, which always makes for more crying, just more fatigue. Everybody's running on empty batteries. We've had a lot of just kind of anguish in the house, lots of tears. And as someone who is a highly sensitive person with anxiety, when my kids are upset, it makes everything in my internal system start to feel like they're going haywire. Feel like the pieces are falling apart, nothing's right, I'm not doing right by them. And I just want to pull the pieces back together. And one of the ways, the best ways I know to do this, is to just get real mindful and intentional with them. Watch a movie, sit on the couch, wrap your arms around them, and be in that moment and be present. But it's hard because there's so many pulls, right, coming at us. Laundry, dishes, house chores, life chores, work chores, you name it. It's all there. And so when we're with our kids, a lot of times, even though we want to be 100% present, we're always thinking about maybe what's next, what's left. It's a list. And it just makes those pieces feel like they're never truly back together. They're kind of close, but there's still some gaps. We're going to work on filling those gaps in with mindfulness. The entire idea of mindfulness is to just change our focus, to bring ourselves into the present moment and just really enjoy everything that's going on. So let's put the pieces back together. Take a breath. Specifically in this pose, I want you to focus on one of two things: either the breath moving in and out of the body, or the sensation of the blanket on the feet. That's your focal point. And as we're here for the next few minutes, that's what we focus on. Every time we start to ruminate, before we get into rumination, when we begin to lose focus or we begin to slip or the pieces kind of jiggle away from each other, can we stop and we pick something to focus on and zip ourselves back into the moment, starting to glue the pieces back together? And every time we start to think about something to do, we need to do a personal problem we're having, we start to lose the pieces a little bit more. We feel less whole. Our brain is not focused on what's in front of us, and we're just worrying about how things are supposed to be or should be or weren't correct or right or perfect. But when we can truly focus and bring our mind back into the present, just be grateful and heartfelt for what's in front of us, our kids, partner, the blessings that we have, we sometimes can feel a little bit more whole. Every time we drift, we just refocus. We concentrate on the breath, the sensations of the body. It's a training of the mind to not go down a spiral. And you can do this. You can do this when you're losing focus or you're starting to worry in your daily life. Pick something. Pick an anchor. Pick an anchor, the breath. It's always with you. The sound that you hear regularly, the whir of a fan, the sensation. If you're at work and you're starting to get anxious, the soles of your feet on the ground, the feel of your buttocks on the chair. When we first start to practice mindfulness, feels abstract. Sit, I breathe. I let the thoughts be there, but not take over. I move my attention away from my thoughts and back into something that's more present, like a sensation. How does that transfer to daily life? The practice of it over and over and over again. Snapping yourself out of daydreams, things that may never happen, things that have happened in the past. That word I love to say, rumination. Just piecing all of the pieces back together so that in each moment you feel a little bit more whole. You can offer that presence to your family, to your friends, and to yourself. At this point, you can start to slide the legs back down the wall, take that blanket off the wall, and just roll onto one side. Just cradle your head in your arm. And thank you for being here with me today. I hope you'll come back again and join me soon and breathe with me some more.